أعزائي طلاب الصف الأول الثانوي مدارس دار الثقافة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today, inshallah, we are going to study the last part of the grammatical points in Unit 2. Number 5 is the simple present tense. We actually studied this tense in Unit 1. Here it is a revision. Use the simple present tense to talk about things that are true in general or that happen all the time. What is the form of the simple present? ايه صيغة زمن المضارع البسيط؟ In the affirmative form, we should use a present verb with I, we, they. I work, we work, you work, they work. Also with he, she, it, we use a present verb. But here, we should add s in the end of the verb. He works, she works, it works. What about the negative form? We should add don't with I, we, they. I don't work, we don't work, you don't work, they don't work. What about the third person? لما أقول لك third person معناها he, she and it. He doesn't work, she doesn't work, it doesn't work. What about yes, no question? If we want to ask a question, we should begin with do with I, we, you, they, and does with he, she, and it. Do they work? Yes, they do. Or no, they don't. Does he work? Yes, he does. Or no, he doesn't. These are short answers. What about the time expressions for the present? We can use time expressions to talk about routines or habits. Look at these examples. Number 1, he works at the hospital from Sunday to Thursday. 2, he works at the hospital on weekdays. 3, he doesn't work on the weekend. 4, in his free time, he plays football. What about the double-edged question in the simple present? Look at these examples. Where does she work? Or where does he work? This is a question, this is the answer. He works in hospital or she works in hospital. Question 2, where do you work? Or where do they work? I work in an office or they work in an office. What about question number 3, what do you do? It means what's your job? I am a salesperson. Note, انتبه كويس معايا في النقطة دي. What do you do? It has the same meaning of what's your job? ما عمله. Prepositions of time for the present. Look at these examples to understand when we use the prepositions to talk about time. Here there are 3 prepositions. It has the same meaning. at بمعنى في, in بمعنى في, on بمعنى في. At is used with at 3 o'clock, at noon, at midnight, at midday, at night, at the weekend. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, in April, in spring, in my free time. On Thursday, on Monday, on weekdays, on Saturday morning, and on weekdays. This is the last points and the grammatical points of Unit 2. Now look at the general exercises of Unit 2. A. Vocabulary. Choose the correct word. Number 1, I am a nurse. I work in hospital. A hospital. Smith is a professional football player. He loves to play football. 3. Sarah is a flight. Space. She sometimes gets some noisy passengers on the flights. Sarah is a flight attendant. مضيف الطيران. 4. Ryan is a space who works for a newspaper. Ryan is a journalist. A journalist. Newspaper بمعنى صحيفة. Journalist بمعنى صحفي. Nawaf is a person space who works in a hotel restaurant. Nawaf is a chef. طاهي. 6. Khalid is a space who works in a court. Khalid is a lawyer. محامي. 7 Faisal is a space who works in a shopping center. Faisal is a sales manager مدير مبيعات. 8 Hassan is a car mechanic. ميكانيك سيارات who works in a garage. 9 What's your space? I am a reporter. صحفي reporter أو مذيع. What's your job? 10 Working with clay is normally associated with artists. شيء يخص صانع الفخار من المهن اليدوية. 11 Automobile companies have a permanent staff of space to make designs for cars. Sculptors معناها مصممين سيارات. 12 Space has been in high demand in advertising, special effects, video games and films. Animation اللي هو رسوم متحركة. 13 Space need to have artistic ability, creativity, storytelling ability, scientific and technical knowledge. Animators متخصصين رسوم متحركة. 14 Space need to understand the character development to portray character emotions in a convincing way. Animators need to understand character development. 15 Space is constantly searching for new combinations of flavors to keep the products fresh and delicious. delicious دي معناها لذيذ. الوحيد اللي بيتعامل مع طعم مين؟ food scientists. 16 Archaeological interns job is to space slowly and carefully is to dig. يحفرهم بشيء من البطء بشيء من الحرص. 17 Archaeological interns also work to space buildings that have been buried for centuries. Uncover Archaeological interns بالنسبة لمجال الآثار يكشفوا عن المباني التي تم اندثارها منذ قرون. 18 Computer Generated Imagery CGI. This is the abbreviation form of computer generated imagery. Space is used in both live actions, films and animated movies. Technology, computer generated imagery, technology. D. 19 Every person needs qualities, space and experience for each job. Each job needs qualities, qualifications. Qualifications and experience. 20 Car sculptor, food scientist and animation designer are what? Are jobs. B. That's enough for now. Thank you. Goodbye.